Welcome to another Fiddle Glory 2 Medieval Battle. This one a paired match against Sylvanol. I have Low Countries 1275 against French 1155. Okay, so our army is pretty one-dimensional. Spearman with some heavy weapon and deep units. We've maxed out our missile troops, 5 units plus 2 mixed infantry. Then for cavalry, we've got 4 city knights. They're not great. They're going to have to deal with the French knights, but I think we just need to survive long enough to just hold on or force contact and then let the spearmen come in to help. So hopefully they're above average quality. I suppose superior doesn't hurt me too much. Next turn. That's a lot of knights. I have to deal with it. Occupying the rough ground might not actually be a great idea, given he also has crossbowmen. Why don't you shift over, start shifting around. 4 units of knights. It's not great, so why don't we just wait for them to get closer and then try to deal with the problem. Next turn. Sorry, double-mounted crossbowmen. Oh my god. Okay, anyway, yeah, you switch over, get into the woods, and the rest of you wait a bit, but eventually what we're going to do is just charge. So I doubt that we can just hold on forever. So let's see. City Knights? Probably just prepare to pull back for a while. Next turn. Okay, yes, if we can make this an infantry engagement, we'll be okay. Long shots, don't care, we'll just run away from that. Okay, get the hell out of the way. Run. It's time to get crossbowmen in that forest. Very good. Then, meantime, why don't we shift back for now? Back as well. And prepare to extend the line. I think we might need to do so. Crossbowmen are headed to the rough. Let's ignore them. Start pushing for center melee contact. Next turn. Not really concerned with the long range fire. Okay. Viziers. Spearmen can turn. Get ready to shoot back. While over here, foot can advance. Alright. Then, what to do about this? What to do? Away, away, and away. Cut in, fall back, cut in. Be prepared to cover the gap that's about to open up. they will be able to engage crossbowmen in their native terrain. Right, I'm going to push those crossbowmen. Next turn. Alright, so, knights. Not really worried about the crossbow fire. Really want to get to grips with them. Long range archery. Don't care. The mounted crossbowman, a little more troublesome. Let's see if we can score a catch. Nope. You're next. Good. Now we're close enough to cause checks if they try to fall back. Plug that gap. Forward. Okay. Now, what we can do is get ready to join the fray. Turn. Turn. Join that push. So, I could pop out to shoot here too, but it might actually be better to try to get around. Hopefully we can bounce a few charges here. Yeah, they'll take some casualties, force them to move. Alright. Bloody their noses here. Great. Be ready to cut them off. We might actually want to be ready to hide in the forest. Now that's great terrain for knights, but you know, if you have a worse unit, even if you're going to be severely disordered, that does mean you lose more slowly. That could be worth it. Next turn. So we'll see if he tries to fall back here and take the checks that result. Yes. They charge, I assume, and then we pile on in. That's a bit awkward. So if we charge them, they'll attempt evasion. They may succeed. Bold move by defensive spears there, but it did pay off one. Nice. So these are deep spears. They get an extra 50, although it's still going to be pretty tough against knights. So eventually we're going to have to deal with the situation. Alright, can we dunk a commander on you? Good. Let's push forward, advance, try to make contact with the crossbowmen. And what? I might want another unit piling in over here gradually. So why don't you general up and press forward into contact. They can arc around next turn. Combat strike modifier should kick in there. This is an even fight, so we have to, you know, tactically get lucky and shit. So that works. Well, that was a bit less lucky. They're doomed, but we should be able to survive things anyway. Zone them out and light them up. I could have charged to try to save them, but that would have been a disaster anyway, so We'll just see if we can intervene with foot to slow things down here while we try to win elsewhere by doing stuff like this. Okay. Then pop out here. You can start joining the shooting match here. I could have fired more here to cause a check, but I think we're gonna be okay. I could potentially move here to set up an auto drop, but then we get shredded, so I think we can just hang back and enjoy the show for at least another turn. Next turn. Bounced them. That's good. That's more like it. Yeah, we knew that was coming. Okay, now we can get to work. Do we even need a general for this? No. Yes. But... them zoned in. Pile in so we can finish this. Hold firm. Keep on them. Yeah, general up. Use them to try to, I was gonna say catch the crossbowmen. That works though. Zone them again. Alright, fine. We'll hope for combat strength to gradually turn that in our favor. You might need to stand here, cover the flank, sadly. Otherwise, you can move here and set up a drop before we could react. Charge one, and the other can try to push past and hit the crossbowmen. Okay. Stay out of the charge arc. We can't quite get away. Fine. Maneuver, so if he charges and sticks it, we can gradually work to a flank, I guess. Or I could shuffle over here. Maybe that's better. Alright. Face your fate. Alright. It's everyone. Alright. Onward. That's a problem. Not much I can do about it either. half arc. Now they're disordered. Well, I'm generally not a fan of people doing that, but there's a experience gap here. So, fair enough, this is only going to go one way at this point. So this happens sometimes when you post open challenges, not in a tournament context or anything. Somebody will pick it up who just doesn't have as much time in the game. That's pretty clear from a few things. Shooting at half arc or long range. Uh, this sort of exposure to a charge by crossbowmen, and moving close to a forest with knights. Those are all going to hurt. If it had gone on, I would have taken casualties for sure. They would have broken. Uh, that could go either way. This is a problem. That said, these low country spearmen are resilient. They get an extra 50 impact if they are standing their ground and they're steady against charging knights. So, knights will get knightly lancers versus steady spear, 150 plus 50 for superior versus 150 for steady deep spear. So plus 50 against heavy foot is not, well, it's just not going to be that speedy. So that's that. Good game. Till next time.